Right away. Very weird camera settings. Little flat looking, a little weird looking. All right. So here I would say this is way too far away to be challenging the ball, and with just a bad challenge in general, because we're jumping from so far away and challenging from so far away in such a one plane sort of motion, right? We're committed. Once you've aerialed, you can't really change your direction in the air very rapidly at all, very much at all. And so we are committed to challenging pretty much this area right here, and that's about it. If he plays the ball in this direction, we are completely throwing ourselves out of the play with no chance of challenging this ball. So I would drive closer on the ground until you have a better idea of what his play is going to be. And if it's something that you can't reach and you can't challenge, then you simply rotate out and drive away. Or if you do really want to put a challenge on this ball, which is okay, that's totally fine as well, drive up the wall, right? Don't commit yourself, because you're staying grounded. Even though you're on the wall, you're still grounded, right? So if he tries to play the ball this way or this way, you've got a much easier time challenging. The only thing you can't really challenge is if he takes the ball that way, which is fine. If he takes the ball that way, then you pull off, you rotate out, and you let somebody else challenge the ball. And that also gives you the option, you know, if you're driving up this way and for whatever reason you decide here that you don't want to challenge the ball, again, you're grounded, so you can quickly rotate out and get back to third man position. Okay, good bump play, beautiful. It worked out perfectly awesome. But I do gotta say, be careful about going for a bump with zero boost, right? You've got zero boost. You can't see the play developing at all. You actually don't know if you are maintaining offensive possession right now. So you're very unsure of if this bump is actually worth going for or not, right? And if you get counterattacked here, you're not going to have anyone back. Nobody's going to be in the process of rotating back, because you are the one who's supposed to be rotating out from first man to now third man. But you've decided to go for the bump, which in some plays is good, is fine, except for when you have zero boost, because once you bump him, if the shot never comes in on net, you're now zero boost with absolutely zero momentum facing the inside of your opponent's net. It's going to take you a millennium to get back on defense. So if the shot didn't come in on net right here and you didn't score, you're in a terrible position. So it's lucky that it worked out. Be careful about going for bumps on zero boost, because you have no momentum and no boost to start recovering with. Some unorthodox camera settings we got here. Very zoomed in, looking very large and in charge. Yikers. All right, so definitely trying our hardest to give away possession here, right? If we hit this ball, maybe if we actually put this on net, it might be a goal, but I guarantee this was not the objective here. We're just going for any sort of witch touch on the ball, in which case we're just giving the ball away to Chiss just for free. He's just gonna hit it back towards you. So 0 for 1 on keeping possession. Okay, that was actually decent. You know, he made the one touch to himself and followed it up, and he almost got a goal for it. That's the power of actually making a play, keeping possession, and actually doing something with your noodle. Uh-oh. Okay, very aggressive turn and burn. Very aggressive turn and challenge here. Look at how far away you're going for this aerial from. Immediately after rotating back to be third man as well. So you're third, both your teammates are in front of the play. Nobody's back on defense, and you're challenging from way back here. Very high chance that somebody else can get to this ball before you, and if that happens, it's worst case scenario because you're last man. So when you're last man, you want to play a little bit safer, buy time for your teammates to get behind you, or to at least get close to behind you before making your play on the ball. Dude, what is with everyone at Champ having such bad camera settings? They're all so close. Your cars look so fat and stubby. The car is clean though. I do like the car. That was super ugly, but it actually almost worked. If we would have just hit it with the corner of your car instead of the side, that would have actually been a goal. Okay, so again, let's think about what we're doing here, right? When we're going up for this ball, what are our options? Well, what are the two options you are making here? You're putting yourself in a position to either shoot or to hit it to the backboard. Neither are a good play, right? Because you're not hitting this with a lot of force to put a good shot on net. That's going to force Flipson to have to make a pretty good save. And you're hitting it to the backboard or lofting it high in front of the net when there's a player on the other team who you could see coming, if you're paying attention, was driving up to the backboard as you went up for this. So both those options are covered, but you know what's not covered is if you are aware of your surroundings and use your audio, you can actually hear your teammate right in your back right pocket, right? By the time you get up for this ball, you actually drop this down to the right, your teammate could come in for a really good shot here. Boom, you go up, you drop this, right? You drop it like right here. Bam, he's coming in and slamming that, and he's got a really good shot. Alright, so here we gotta be a little bit smarter, right? Sort of what separates Champ 3s from GCs, GC2, GC3 is being smart, not just hitting the ball to hit the ball. What's the purpose of hitting the ball here? What can possibly happen, right? You see MMF Joker is not in a position to shoot. He's coming for the ball or coming for the bump, and then he's going to be in the same position you are. Your teammates Maltz is right there. He just went for a bump. He's got no possible way to shoot this. So what is the objective here by trying to recenter this ball? You'd be centering it to nobody. So a better play here would just be to slow play this, take a low 50, buy time for your teammates to collect boost and get in position to maintain offense instead of developing this play super quickly when you guys have no offensive pressure and you're giving your opponents an easy chance to break out of defense. Okay, not picking up any pads on our rotation back, absolutely dodging every single one. Just drive like a foot more to your right and you would have had like 48 more boosts by the time you got back to net. Instead of having 7, you'd have 55. Boom, 1 pad, 2 pads, 3 pads, 4 pads. Could have picked up 4 pads instead of 1 and ended up with 55 boosts in your position instead of 19. So, you know, when I'm doing these analysis, I point out pick up your pads a lot, but it's usually around mid to high diamond that people usually have a pretty good grasp on that. So, you know, make sure we're picking up our pads even at champ. You know, can't forget the fundamentals. I said that very emphasis on the T. Boom, slamming the ball into the ground here, right? This is a really bad habit that people really don't start to iron out until like GC2, honestly. And that's something that playing more 1v1 can really help you out with, is not shooting the ball into the ground. Shooting the ball into the ground is really likely to get saved by anybody in the net. You really got to work on being able to shoot this in the top shelf of the net. Anywhere in like the top third of the net is way more effective of a shot than shooting it into the ground where it's bouncing into the net. Especially just those low shots are too easy to save at this rank, and 1v1s is a great game mode to play to get better at shooting higher in the net, because in 1v1 it's really hard to score at, you know, once you're at the rank you should be at, it's really hard to score with mediocre shots because people are really good at shadow defending or positioning defensively in net. And so if you're only putting on weak shots, you're never going to score in 1v1. So it really teaches you to shoot a lot better. Okay, right here, why did you challenge that? You had absolutely zero possible chance of getting to this ball before Resco Suave. Right, what was the purpose of that? One, the ball's in a completely unthreatening position. It doesn't matter if he hits this ball past you. Let him. Look at, what's What's he doing with this ball? Absolutely nothing. He's slamming it into the corner where it's gonna safely roll to your teammates who are in the net right now. So absolutely no reason that you even need to try to go for this ball, and you've wasted, we're gonna see how much boost you end up wasting, but you also waste the time where you could just be recovering and rotating back to third man, probably collecting your back corner 100 boost and being in a really good position to continue defending. You just wasted time and wasted boost here for no reason. Boy, Stigma just can't get out of the way right now. Again, sort of another one of those balls where you didn't really have to challenge, right? Really got to know what's threatening and what's not. This ball, him going for this ball in this position is not threatening. By the time he gets to this ball, he's going to waste 50 boost to either hit it to your corner or hit it to your backboard, both of which can be covered by your teammate behind you. Boom. Or he puts a long shot on net, which again should be easily defended at this rank, champ 3. I don't foresee him putting this on target 99% of the time anyways, but even if he did, it's coming from so far away that your teammate behind you, again, really has every option covered here. So one of those balls, you don't really need to waste your time challenging. It's not threatening. Let him waste his boost, let him waste his time and his positioning, his resources, everything. You just rotate back. Once you see him commit to this aerial, you rotate back behind your teammate, let them get the next touch, go from there. Okay, so worth pointing out here, on the diagonal kickoff, unless you're communicating this like with your teammates, like you're partied up and this is what you're calling that you want to try and do, just half flip or back flip to the back corner boost behind you, let the person on the left do the kickoff, and let the person in the middle of the map cheat up. That's standard kickoff formation, and veering from that in a randomized public match where you're not partied up with people, not communicating what strategy you want to do on kickoff, is a recipe for disaster. That's one hell of a quest. You know. I think the biggest thing that this player at Champ 3 needs to work on is just knowing what's worth challenging and what's not. What's threatening, what do you need to actually challenge, and what don't you? Like back here in this play on this bounce, again, another position where you really don't need to fully commit yourself to challenging this ball. One, because you don't really have a good play to make on this ball. I'm all for you maybe driving up to this to sort of force your opponent to jump at it, thinking he needs to beat you to the ball and make a fast play, right? You want to make your opponent make a fast play and give away possession easily. If you had just fake challenged here and then drive away, boom, he hits this like he did, or he hits it again, hugging that back corner wall where it just safely rolls in front of your teammate who gets a free touch then. So you've either way, you're giving your teammate a free ball, you're not committing yourself to the play as hard, not wasting as much boost, and getting back on defense much faster. So Champ 3, so far, biggest takeaway is knowing what's threatening and what you actually need to challenge and what you don't. If you don't need a challenge, just keep waiting. Keep fake challenging, forcing them to give the ball away to your teammates behind you for free, and then putting yourself in a better position with more boost, waiting for an actual ball that you can do something with, where you can make a good, effective play. Oh my lord. The blatant rotation into the play. or should I say the rotation under the ball, right? You always want to think rotate away from the play or rotate away from the ball. This is the exact opposite of rotating away from the ball. And you had so much time to just leave here, right? I just boom here, just decide to veer off to your right, get out this way, let your teammate come and challenge from a more forward on angle, especially once you got all the way here. Like, you can't do anything with this, and you've already allowed the ball, you've sort of shepherded the ball into a safer position where he can't really immediately score here, right? He can't really do anything with this ball to turn it in immediately. So you could have rotated out again, let all Dragor come and challenge from a more head-on position where you're now behind him, playing defense after the fact, and giving yourself that layered defense.
What's up, guys? If you liked the video, do me a favor, subscribe, leave a like on the video, leave a comment, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, join my Discord, link in the description, as well as information on how to get a replay analysis done. Thank you so much for being here and watching. See you in the next one.